Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
In between the previous episode and recording of this episode, I was still thinking about my answer to this podcast's main topic, and I still haven't thought of it yet. So I thought Sophia would like to start first, and we'll see if I even think of anything by the end of this episode.
Yeah, so I thought I'd give a few seconds for mom to think about what mine would be because I feel like she'd know. Because
Okay.
mom would
Can I
know.
guess?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So you said two things,
Two
right?
things.
I don't know. Why do I feel like kimbap is going to be one of them?
It's gonna be one of them. I can't live without it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I know for sure that one. But I don't know what the other one would be.
We live together in Canada. You should know.
I don't even know what I like.
We had this every week because of me.
Tteokbokki?
Yes!
Was it we had it like every like Saturday or Sunday or
Yeah, we
something?
had it every Saturday because I cannot live without tteokbokki and kimbap. Like, okay, for those of people who know what kimbap
Wow,
is,
she got really passionate about this topic.
yeah. So kimbap is kind of like a sushi, but not really. Like the
It's
rice,
Korean sushi.
yeah, the rice is already seasoned differently and things like that. But it is super, super tedious to make kimbap. I can tell you that right now.
So kimbap, if we just directly translate it, it means seaweed rice.
Yeah.
Because rice is wrapped in seaweed with toppings inside.
Yeah.
So just as like a basic
So,
lesson.
like, let's say you have like carrots, cucumber, spinach, a meat like the imitation crab, and like the pickled radish.
Or like ham.
Those all
Yeah.
have to be done individually. So I need to
Yeah, you have to cook them and prepare them.
yeah, and wrap it up. So it takes like a whole morning to make kimbap, right? But here I am, I'm working my butt off at work. But if I have like enough time, I will go out of my way to make kimbap from the break of dawn so I can eat it.
That's the most stupidest thing because they know how freaking tedious it is to make it.
I spent like hours making it so I can eat it. That's how much I love it.
That's the one food I will not go out of my way to eat.
So when I go back to Korea, my mom is super happy because the first 2 weeks she literally does not have to cook because I'm like, I need kimbap like now. So every lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner, I'm like eating kimbap.
Because there is a store that sells it in front of our house for relatively cheap.
Yeah. And you know, that's when me and Harley were dating, right? So
yeah.
When he's Skyping, he's like, what did you eat? I'm like, oh, I ate kimbap. And then sometimes he'd be super sad. He's like, this girl only eats kimbap. Does she not have any other food?
She eats one thing.
Does she not have any other food? But it's like my joy to go down and be like, ooh, what kind of kimbap should I eat today? You know, that's like my joy when I go to Korea.
Because when mom tells me, she's like, Sally, why don't you just get kimbap for lunch? And I'm like, I get all sad and like, that's not what I want, Mom. That's not the answer I wanted to hear.
I love kimbap. Love, 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 love kimbap.
I will only make it because Auntie likes to make it quite frequently. She's the busiest person too, and she makes it so frequently. And she'll bring us a Tupperware full, a Tupperware of already sliced kimbap and rolls that she wrapped in tinfoil, and she'll like come over on the weekend with kimbap to our house, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's so much, and I like don't even like it. But the only reason I'll eat it is because Auntie made it. But if I eat kimbap, I have to eat it with tinjanguk.
Oh yeah,
because for me it's like a combination that I really like. Yeah, because I feel like if you just eat kimbap, it's kind of like you have to drink some water or something because it gets like stuffy because it's a lot of like stuff in the kimbap. So I like to like kind of cleanse my palate and cleanse like my throat with the soup. So I usually like to drink or eat the soybean paste soup along with the kimbap if I eat it.
I like to go out of my way to try different kimbap. I am the kind of person, I'm like super excited.
Are you a kimbap connoisseur?
When I eat kimbap, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna eat kimbap Like when I go to Korea, like the first day I'll eat like the food that mom makes, right?
Yeah.
But then the next day when I went last time, I was like, "Ooh, I need kimbap. Like I need to go get kimbap like now." You know? So, my
No.
kimbap, my love, my love.
Because for me, the thing that I like as my first meal whenever I go to Korea is always the same. I always tell mom because mom always asks me, "What do you want your first meal to be?" And my answer is always kimchi stew with pork belly and rice. That's all I need. I don't need any side dishes. I just need that one soup and rice, and that's it. That's always my first go-to meal. And that is my general go-to meal here, too, if I can't think of anything to eat, because it's good no matter when you
Mm-hmm.
make it. And if you stew it for longer, it tastes better anyways.
Yeah.
So it's good if you, like, just keep it overnight in the fridge and heat it back up in the morning, because it tastes even better.
Yeah. But I can't live without kimbap. Maybe
I
that's
can.
why I'm so depressed here. Because, like, don't eat kimbap often. Because there isn't a
Well,
place
if that
that
was
just
the,
sells it. I have to
you would be
physically
bankrupt.
make it. But
You would be
making
bankrupt if a
it
store sold it.
takes legit the entire morning. I
It's
seriously thought about it today. Like, should I just like man up and make kimbap for me to eat because I really want to eat kimbap? But I'm like, no, it's gonna
yeah.
take like 2 hours, and I don't want to spend two
That's
hours.
me when I make japchae.
Mm.
I have to commit like a whole morning to chop all the vegetables, cook them correctly, and then you put it together.
Because you
Like
have to cook them in
the
that
only
order.
exactly so the colors don't bleed.
Yeah.
So like if I want it, if I crave it, I'll make like 5 portions at once,
Yeah.
and then I'll get my craving out of the way because like kimbap, it's so tedious to make.
I love kimbap.
Oh, okay. I thought of one food that I could eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you have your kimbap.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think it'd be kalguksu.
Noodles.
Like the 바지락 kalguksu.
Yeah.
So it's like a Korean, like, thick flour hand-cut noodle type dish that you
Yeah.
boil, like, usually in a broth. The one that I specifically like, it has, what are those called? Clams? Like, what kind of clams are they?
Manila clams?
Yeah, so the broth is based with Manila clams, and I think they put, like, zucchini in it, too, to kind of, like, bring up the flavor. But I've had that at Korea, like, the first time I've had it, I've, like, fallen in love with it, and every time I go to Korea, like, I don't know if that place is still open now, but whenever I went to Korea before, I would always want to go to that place and eat those noodles, and I think it's been quite a while since I've had it, but I think that is one dish that I could eat, like, no matter what. Like, here, often too, I'll buy just those noodles and keep them frozen, and just whenever I like feel like I don't know what to eat, I'll just make that, and it's like I'm so happy when I eat it. So I think
That's
that's
a pretty
one
good
dish I can
choice.
confidently say, yeah, that if I could eat for the rest of my life, I would be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. But that's not as a good choice as kimbap. Sorry.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Kimbap has all the nutritional
Sophia, I
values.
hear this every time you mention kimbap in the
Kimbap
conversation.
has rice, vegetables, protein. It literally has the entire food
You could say that about a
pyramid.
hamburger.
I mean, in a healthy way.
Yeah, but if you got like a chicken breast burger,
No. You can't say that about your noodles.
I never said my noodles were healthy.
But I'm
I said they were
saying
good.
it's the perfect food to eat for the rest of your life. Because it's just
Because it has
made
everything.
perfectly.
Sure.
You can't say sure. I know I'm right on this one. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Just because you don't
So
agree with me.
I feel the only kimbap that I like is like samgak kimbap,
Oh.
the triangle one. Because first of all, it's more portable to eat. Like it's easier to eat. Because the long ones, it has to be cut. Right? You could technically just bite it, but then it get all over the place.
Yeah.
But triangle sushi is really convenient when you're like going somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you can conveniently buy them like already wrapped. And those ones are wrapped in a way where the seaweed doesn't get like soggy because it's not directly touching the rice.
Yeah.
So that I really do like because it stays like crunchy until you're gonna eat it.
Yeah.
So that kimbap I can like understand and I can like enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. So
Your next food.
my last food that I could eat for the rest of my life is tteokbokki.
Which I did actually just have for dinner.
Yes. And I can tell you right now, and Mom will totally agree, but tteokbokki is my life. And kimbap is my life.
It's so good. Tteokbokki is so good. I will not argue with you on that.
If someone told, like, this is how much I love tteokbokki. If someone told me, like, I'll give you, like, $3 million if you never have tteokbokki again, I would have to seriously consider, like, thinking about it. I couldn't even tell you an answer. That's how much I love tteokbokki.
Oh, damn. Like, I really like it, but I don't know if I love it to that point.
No, I love it to that point. Like, if someone told me I'd give you $3 million, stop eating tteokbokki, I'd be like, oh, damn, I don't know if I can. You know? I love tteokbokki that much.
Yeah.
Like, period. We used to have
like, it is really good. And you have to, so what I don't get is when people eat tteokbokki without a boiled egg.
Okay. We will not get into that because Harley sometimes, if we have no boiled egg, I will not eat tteokbokki. I will go out either buy eggs or I won't eat tteokbokki that time. But Harley's like, oh no, we don't eat eggs. And I'm like, excuse you.
No, you need it. That's the whole experience of tteokbokki.
That's not how you eat tteokbokki.
You gotta have a hard-boiled egg and spoon over the sauce a little bit and eat the egg. Like,
yeah.
That is the whole point. That's the whole point of the egg.
I love tteokbokki. I love any kind of tteokbokki. I just like tteokbokki in general.
Oh, I love tteokbokki.
Oh, yes. Tteokbokki is like, they fry the rice cakes on a skewer and it has like a sweet and spicy sauce on it.
Like glaze on it. Yeah. And it's really, really good.
It's super
I'm
good.
tempted to make it like on my own.
But it's hard because we only have like, we don't have the fresh rice here, the rice cake here.
Yeah. Because it's so good because it's like kind of crispy and crunchy on the outside. It's like sweet and spicy and it's chewy on the inside.
Yummy. But it still doesn't add up to tteokbokki.
It's different. But that's like a snack. Tteokbokki is like a snack. Tteokbokki is a meal.
It's a good meal.
It is a good meal.
And I can't live without tteokbokki or kimbap. I should always have one or the other. That's why I couldn't choose just the one meal because I was like, no.
You couldn't choose
the two between tteokbokki and kimbap. No.
If Sophia had to write a thesis of which one is better, I think her thesis would just never get published because you'd have to keep adding points to why.
I'd never be able to finish. I love both so much.
Oh, I thought of the other meal, I think, that I would eat for the rest of my life and I would be fine with it.
What?
Is 보쌈.
Oh.
With, like, the gatgimchi.
Oh.
So 보쌈 is basically, like, it's a healthier version of pork belly because it's boiled. So it kind of removes a lot of the grease. And then you slice it and you eat it with, like, a veggie wrap. So you can put it on lettuce or, like, the cabbage and stuff like that. And in Korea, you normally eat that meal on the day that you make kimchi as a family. So in Korea, a lot of families will make a lot at once where it will last them like throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
So they don't have to make it like in between because that's how much we eat it.
Yeah.
So the day that we make it, we have some kimchi that's just made. So it's not like completely like fermented yet, which I actually do like both ways. I love it completely fermented and then like it freshly made. So you'll get the freshly made kimchi and you eat it with like the boiled pork belly and it's the best thing on earth. I don't
tell you right now, I've made it once here. It legit took me almost 2 to 3 hours to make it.
Why?
Because when you boil it, you have to boil it to a certain extent where the fat starts to kind of dissolve and it makes everything more smooth. And plus, I had to get the Napa cabbage. I had to salt it a little bit to get...
Oh, you actually made, like, the veggies to eat with it? I just wrapped it in, like, lettuce.
No, I had to, like, kind of salt the Napa cabbage as well.
So you actually made it, like, professional. Because here, I don't have time to do that. So I just got lettuce wraps.
I
and I would
made
eat it with
time to
lettuce.
do that. That's the thing. I spent the I
You make time to make kimbap, Sophia.
Because
you have time to make other food too.
the thing is, in my opinion, every meal is important. Because me and Harley sometimes work different schedules and stuff, on our day off is like the only time where we could actually sit and have a proper meal.
Eat together.
Which is why I put more effort into meals that I cook on my days off, even though they take like a few hours, because I know it's something that we'll both enjoy.
But yeah, because for me, I just feed myself. So
after we finish recording, I gotta go eat some tteokbokki because like I like can't stop thinking about it right now.
But I'm glad that I was able to think of, wow, I just realized that both our favorite foods are both Korean food. It's not like, because I was really thinking like if I would like put like hot pot in there or something, like, you know, but like.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a craving, but not like a necessity. Like kimbap is a necessity.
That's why.
And tteokbokki is a necessity. But hot pot is just a craving.
Yeah, that's why I had to really distinguish craving versus food that like I would really, really can't live without. Yeah. And I think I am satisfied with my answers that I thought of today.
Yeah, I can't live without tteokbokki and kimbap, period.
If you dip kimbap in the tteokbokki sauce, it's really good too.
It's bomb.
It is. That I can agree.
Kimbap
that
is so
good.
versatile. Let's say you had leftover and you put it in the fridge and it's hard, right? And people think how to eat that. Well, there are multiple ways to eat that. You could just kind of get a knife and roughly chop through it and you make fried rice. You don't even need to season it because everything in the kimbap is already seasoned. And if you put a little bit of curry powder, that's pretty good too. Or you can make an egg wash, dip the kimbap in the egg wash, and pan fry it. That is now bomb. Yeah. There's so many ways to eat kimbap. I'll eat kimbap. I can't eat cold pizza.
But I can't eat cold pizza.
I live with someone who eats cold pizza.
Well, Harley doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I can't eat cold pizza, but I can eat cold kimbap.
I can eat cold kimbap with like a hot soup.
Yeah.
Like the doenjang-jjigae.
I don't even need soup to eat kimbap. I just love kimbap as it is.
Yeah, I know. As we know from this episode, yes.
I would put it on a pedestal if I could. I'd be like, my kimbap.
Whoa there. Well, and that's good. The good thing is that our favorite foods are different because then we would never have to fight over who gets to eat it.
Yeah, if there was a shortage, we'd never fight. We might fight over the tteokbokki because Sally really likes tteokbokki too.
I like it too,
but she didn't choose it, so it's not my problem.
Because I love tteokbokki too, but like the two foods that I chose, it's like up there. It's pretty high up.
Yeah, I want a kimbap.
Now I want to make kalguksu. I should have bought some when I went out today.
I'm like super lazy to make kimbap.
I went out and bought more rice cakes, but I forgot to buy noodles.
The Korean store is not that close to my house, so before I go, I'm like, oh my god, I cannot run out of Korean food.
Yeah, for you it makes sense. You have to like make a list, but for me it's so convenient. It's literally it's like a 5-minute walk from where I am now. So it's really convenient if I just need to go and get something.
No, and you know, like Korean things for some reason they're all heavy.
Yeah.
So I don't mind walking to the Korean store, but walking back is the problem. Because I probably go overboard. And they have...
Like, for me...
Sally, I forgot to tell you. I can tell you now. I went to the Korean store. They had Kakao Talk ice cream.
Oh my god! I saw that on Instagram and I wanted to try it so badly.
They had Kakao Talk ice cream.
Bro, why can't they have that stuff here?
It's like those kind of like popsicle kind of ones.
I know, I saw.
And they had all 3.
Did you buy them?
No, because I didn't want to buy it and show you. You'd be sad.
No, but I need your experience. I have to live vicariously through you.
No, and then I was just like, the moment I saw it, me and Harley was like, oh my god, Sally would die over this.
I would become bankrupt. I would declare bankruptcy if I ever found that in the store.
I mean, the ice cream looked pretty cute. I didn't see what it looked like inside, so I don't know if it's just the color.
Oh, yeah.
But if I go to the Korean store this week, even though it's freezing cold, I'll buy one.
Yeah, just buy one, like, and then see.
Yeah. But then now I have to choose between Ryan or a peach, which one I want. And that's hard.
Ooh. I would choose a peach, but
I
that's
like
'cause I love.
baby a peach.
Oh, but you don't like the adult a peach.
Kind of looks like a butt.
That's why I like it.
I like butts, but then I see sometimes a cartoon.
If I just clip
between...
that, that's gonna be the sound clip. I like butts. It's gonna be a 30-second clip.
Oh my God.
And there's gonna be me saying, also me saying, that's why I like it. It looks like a butt. We are mature adults, as you can tell.
Mature. So mature.
But you should try the ice cream and let me know. Like,
I'll take
you don't
a
have to get
picture.
it.
No, but
basically.
I'm still really serious. My choice is the best. Like it's.
Oh my God.
You really can't argue. You have something spicy and you have something savory. Like, what more do you want?
Oh my God. If I say my favorite kalguksu, you're gonna get so mad too.
Why?
Like kimchi kalguksu.
Oh, like, okay. People, I love kimchi. As a Korean, I love kimchi. And I like kimchi soup, but I really do not like kimchi swimming in water. Like
I love kimchi kalguksu and kimchi sujebi.
I like to keep my things clean.
Well, I do too, but that's like the exception.
No, because I remember when mom used to make like sujebi or like noodles at home, she'd always take mine out and mom's first.
And mom's out.
Yeah, and then she'd mix Sally's with kimchi because we thought Sally had like weirdo taste buds or something.
I love it. And it has to have the white part of the cabbage too, not the leafy part, the crunchy part.
Yeah, I really don't know who Sally's related to in our family, to be honest, because Sally's food
I don't have mom's taste buds either.
No, Sally's food palette is no one in our family.
Yeah, it's a mixture of like weird combinations.
Yeah.
So I don't know either.
But mom used to always say that Sally's such a picky eater. But then grandma told us mom was such a picky eater.
I know. Because mom, the story that grandma always says is grandma used to make like japchae or something. And mom would be like, ew, I don't want ground pepper on mine. Ew, it has too many vegetables. And I'm like, wow, mom, you yell at me, but you were the same as me when you were worse because at least I ate ground pepper.
That story always makes me laugh because I'm just like, oh my God, you reap what you sow, man. Seriously, like.
I know.
Mom,
ever since grandma said that, I was so happy.
Sally used to cry at our dining table because she didn't want to eat like the vegetables or like certain stuff.
I didn't want to eat like broccoli or something.
Yeah. And then mom used to get so mad, but then it turns out mom is
like it's the point where I'm like crying at the table.
And it turns out mom is super picky too.
No, the thing is, like, all the foods that I grew up like to like, she still can't eat now. So like, what is this?
Oh my God, I love mom, but then those kind of stories from when she's young just cracks me up because
they kill me.
Funny.
I think when I'm like with mom at home, I always tell like, can you like retell me this story just because I want to relive the joy of it. Mom's also a picky eater, so now she can't yell at me.
No. Oh my God, you guys are funny.
We're copy paste, but with different taste buds.
Yeah, but I'm like hungry now. I have to go make tteokbokki.
Yeah, you have to go eat food. And I have to go hang up and turn on my air conditioner.
Yeah, you're super hot. Sally's like agitated. She's like, I gotta go. Like, oh my God. Okay, for Sally's livelihood's sake, we should stop recording. And
for Sophia's hunger's sake, we should stop recording.
I'm gonna get angry soon. But everyone, like, thanks for listening to our podcast. Don't forget, we have new episodes up every week, once a week. We have it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our YouTube channel as well. Sally also has created a Twitter account on top of the Instagram. She's managing all of that.
But I think Twitter might be slowly dying because I still don't know how it works.
Sally shouldn't have even started it if she didn't know what it was.
No,
okay.
I bit off more than I could chew. Also, I've actually done that. Bit off more than I could chew. Okay, I'll put it as a funny little story. My friend and I went to Costco, and you know Costco hot dogs are bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So we were eating outside because it was COVID, and it was starting to rain. So we're like, oh, we have to like run inside. But I had like a bit of the hot dog left, and I was like, oh, I can just shove it in my mouth, and I'll be fine. So I shoved it in my mouth, but it was the perfect size of my mouth, so the air couldn't go through, and I couldn't breathe. And I was like, oh.
I dropped my headphones.
And I was literally choking on the hot dog. Because the amount that I'd been off perfectly fit in my mouth. And then I couldn't breathe, but I also couldn't chew because I bit perfectly.
My rib cage.
The sad thing is it fit so perfectly I couldn't chew it, so it was just there.
Oh my god, Sally, I'm gonna break a rib. Stop talking.
And then I had to take it out of my mouth.
Oh my god.
I had to like take the whole piece out because I couldn't breathe.
I can just imagine you trying to like take a finger to like flick out the hot dog.
And you know what my friend did on the side? She was just laughing at me. And I told her if this was a real emergency and I needed the Heimlich thingy, I would have died on the floor. And you would have just laughed at me and noticed I was dead and then called 911.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't tell you the story. I thought I told you like a long time ago.
Oh my god. Something to end the podcast with, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go before I break a rib because I'm serious.
I hope everyone enjoyed my small little story. If you want more details on the story, I can explain it later in a different episode.
Okay. Oh my god. But maybe you need to film that separately because I'll laugh too much. I won't be able to film. Thank you everyone for listening. That totally caught me off guard. But
And don't bite off more than you can chew because it's not fun.
don't fit the exact size of a hot dog in your mouth, people. You won't be able to breathe or chew. Okay. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.